Child. Anyway, so
hello everyone. My name is Jolene, and I am somewhere bucking like a mechanical bull.
I wish that I did that one because it's so much easier. Like you could just sing the song.
Yeah, because
Mine.
I'm ready for yours.
I'm not about to start singing. Hey,
Please
honey
do.
bee, this is Dolly P.
Remember that girl, that lady with the good hair you was talking about?
She did not call her a lady.
Oh, she said hussy.
She said that hussy with a good hair.
With the good hair you was talking about? I knew. It reminded me of somebody I knew back when.
So she had flaming locks of auburn hair. I said, you better give us a line read.
Child, she can't stand a redhead, child.
She is still pissed today. What's it been? 60 years?
Uh-huh.
And I'm running through the river. And that's all I'm gonna give you. That's all I'm gonna give you.
Okay, and you are listening to a show. We'll just get this out the way.
Yeah.
Called Cowboy Carter's Child Anyway. With Cowboy Carter and Amira Carter. With Jolene and Dolly P.
Thank you. I love that we're like, we did not get past was this track 4.
Right.
We'll get into it obviously later. We're gonna do the show in order. I am still not like in love with the title of the album, but we'll get into all of that. We're gonna obviously be discussing Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. If you listen to this podcast, as soon as that album dropped, you knew already that the next episode would be about that album and that album only.
And if you aren't prepared to only listen to a conversation about the album, get prepared because I don't want you to click off.
Do whatever you did for Renaissance. Like the episode for the Renaissance was the same thing, and then we did it again for the concert, and then we did it again. It's just like you already know what this is. Whatever. Let's just get right into it. This is our moment of the week. This is where Jade and I talk about moments of the week that made us say ciao. Anyway. And I'll start, Jaden. Just because just a disclaimer up top also, I have on these my headphones that I normally wear are dead, so I have on these like in-ear annoying little skull candy, plug it directly into and I'm just going to be fiddling with my ear, and in my mind I am not being heard because I am not hearing well with these headphones in right now. Just wanted to get that out the way. So I'll start with my moment of the week. Besides these headphones, last week I had to call maintenance for something, emergency maintenance. I'm not going to share why, whatever. They did not come. And then I called the office the next day. They're so lucky it was Easter Saturday. Like, who really cares? Like, it's Saturday. Like, you need to be.
He sleep. Like, he dead. Like
that he has not risen yet. Like,
okay, like if it ain't the Friday he died or the day he rose, you can get some work done.
Hello. So I called the office. The landlord office. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I know, right?" And well,
hello.
We live in it. I work the capital.
The least he could do is work.
Hello, like I had to pay to be here. So I'm like, what's going on? I said, you know what? Just forget it. Don't even send maintenance out here because I'm about to mop my floor and I don't feel like having these men come here with their big nasty boots in the middle of my mop and blah blah blah. And the man's like, okay, fine. I'll have, and I'm gonna say her name, Tiffany. Not that you can do anything with that information. Tiffany from the office, call you on Monday. I'm like, am I thinking Easter Monday? Okay, sure, we'll see. So I'm at work on Monday. I'm waiting for the call from Tiffany. Don't you know it never came? I get home. Jaden, why is there a little like door tag that says maintenance was inside? Why was maintenance inside? There's nothing for me. What was maintenance in here to do? What were they here to do? Why did maintenance come? My thing is, okay, yeah, come when I'm not there, maybe, but like, can you let a hoe know that you're gonna be like coming?
Y'all could at least have Tiffany tell a bitch.
Hello. I'm like, maintenance can literally just do whatever they want. Like one time, and this is how I know maintenance is trifling. One time maintenance came to my house to do, I don't know, something in my basement. Next time I went to the basement, check on my clothes. Why did I see my key to my house that they have, like has my address tagged on it and everything, just sitting on a cabinet with like a wrench, Allen wrench, something like, baby, you just left your tools and my key with my address written on it sitting anywhere.
Girl, that's the same thing as the note that we were here.
I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I was kind of grateful a little bit because now I got a spare key for free, and that master. So I'm like, what other buildings do y'all own? What else is open? But maintenance is just so careless. And where I work now, the maintenance will literally call you 800 times to make sure that you know they're going in. And if you don't answer, they're not going to fix whatever you asked them to. Like, I'm not going in unless you told me I can go in.
Right.
Baby, I text you and said, call the dogs off. Tell maintenance I don't need them anymore. But did it matter, Jaden? And was my floor still shiny? You know they didn't take their, and I'm like, I don't know where they walked. They could have walked in my bedroom with their outside shoes, and they could have walked in my bathroom with their outside shoes on. So I just been thinking about that all day. I mean, not really all day, but I was just really devastated when I saw the maintenance was inside sign.
Like, what does that mean? Did y'all just step into the foyer and then walk, like, leave? Like, did y'all walk into my kitchen, cook y'all something to eat? Y'all couldn't heat nothing up, but y'all could have made a full meal.
Oh, they could have heated it up. They know how everything in that apartment works. Were you sitting up in here using up my good heat? Were you in my refrigerator?
Well, they have to heat it up slow, but
No, because why would you?
sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm not.
You're not sorry. Hello. Girl, what's your moment of the week before I have to cuss you out?
Before this be it.
Right.
What's funny is I actually have a moment of the week that I will share to you privately, but I will not be sharing on here.
Okay.
But my actual moment of the week, or well, sort of kinda, was, so for those who don't know, my birthday's tomorrow, and which we'll talk about, but I had to work an event tomorrow. Well, I was scheduled to work an event tomorrow, but I had already taken off. So I had to tell my boss, like, Mama, you
Big
put me on an
mistake.
event and I've been off. I've been requested off, and you've been accepted it. So girl, move.
Move out the way.
And then she had asked if people were able to work this weekend. And I was like, I don't really care. Like, it was a 3-hour event. I'm like, 3 hours, a little extra pay, like, that ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And on Thursday, my birthday's on Wednesday. And so Thursday, my return back to work day was an event from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. So I was going to have to do that one. Why today? So that was my moment of the week. My moment of the week was being scheduled for all this within an hour, like getting hit back to back with the things I had to do.
Right.
Today, while all them events get canceled. So while these are usually bad moments of the week, I want to bring up the glory. Because sometimes these moments of the week are just the opportunity for you to see the sun on the other side.
Amen.
It may rain today.
Okay.
But what is rain when you have seeds in the ground?
Okay.
Well,
Pastor. Okay, Pastor Joe.
I saw the last part, but it's okay because I feel like most pastors still kind of all their sermons, no shade.
Yeah,
which I didn't steal it from pastor. I stole it from a song. You know what song I stole it from?
Sing it. I dare you.
We've been praying, we've been sowing, now we're crying. Heaven, send the rain. Send the rain.
That's so cool that you just wrote that on the spot. That was actually really impressive.
It's called Send the Rain. It was on Cabo Carter, but she took it off.
She took it off.
It didn't go with the vibe.
I am so glad that I now get to say, like, Amen by Beyonce. Like, you know how sometimes, I don't know if you do as much, but like I'll say something and it's a Beyonce song, so I'll just say by Beyonce at the end. I'm so glad that as many times as I say Amen, I'm so glad I can now just be like Amen by Beyonce.
Well, yes.
Back to your birthday. How does it feel to turn 36? Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm a little old, and
why would you say that about yourself?
Because
you're youthful.
Very, but old. I was on the phone with my dad earlier. He was like, "You're almost 30." I said, "Don't bring that up."
That is sick, Jaden, because if you're almost 30, that means I already am.
Well, yes. He was like, "You're almost 30." And first of all, she said 36, but obviously I'm turning
He's
26.
turning 26.
Um, he said like, and once you get 30, you can't say you're young no more. I said I'm young forever. So
Forever
I don't
young.
know what you're talking about, but that was nasty work.
I think he's just hurt because he's gonna have a son that's 30. Like to
And
say
that's what it
that
is.
is
He
what's
he wanted to say that because he was projecting. He's
correct.
old. And he wanted me to feel old. And that's not gonna happen, baby. I said I'll be 65 and I'll never feel old. Because I will always be youthful. And there's nothing wrong with aging or getting older. It's just that's not something I do.
It's just not really relatable in
That's
that
just not
way.
my gig. I'm sorry, like
Yeah, I can't really get with that one. Like the oldest
who
thing
has to
about
heaven,
us.
child? That
Hello.
has nothing to do with me.
Hello.
Aging. Mm-mm.
Let me just get this intro out of the way so that we can talk about it. Let's
Okay.
get into the catch. This is a part of the show where not just Jaden, I'm sorry, Jaden and I catch you up on things that happened this week. This week, we know only one thing happened, but two things technically, because the first thing that happened was follow us on Instagram at Child Anyway and also Twitter at Child Anyway Pod. Let me try that again. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Child
Ooh,
Anyway
girl,
Pod.
you ready to talk about this
I'm
album, child?
bad. It's our pictures behind us. I'm like feeling it rev up.
Right,
I'm like ready to just get into it like a mechanical bull.
right,
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Child Anyway Pod and on TikTok at Child Anyway the
mama.
podcast. Once I get past this, I'll learn how to talk again. Let's get into it. So what day was that?
And I love that this was also a birthday gift to me.
It was. That's so special because, well, you did also get to see Nicki Minaj, so I guess you were
Oh
blessed
yeah,
by two
update for that.
queens.
I did get
Yeah.
to see Nikki. I did get to see Nikki. Everyone, no one beware. Everyone, no one be
Weary.
weary or concerned because
Mm.
I did go see Onika. I
Amen.
did, and it
Amen.
was good. It was really good.
It was good for us to be there, not us, just you. What day of the week was the drop? Was it on a
It was on
Thursday?
Friday. Well,
Was it on
Thursday at midnight.
Thursday? Yeah, I was gonna say
Thursday
because people
midnight.
had work the next day. I'm people.
Me too.
So I did not stay. Beyonce dropped Cowboy Carter. If you don't know, it's possible that you didn't know. I'm not sure how that happened, but
Especially if you listen to this.
because we talked about it last week. Whatever. I did not. I wasn't a part of the midnight listeners. I think you were a part of the midnight listeners.
Hello.
Yeah. My question is because I'm a 2 or 3 time listen girl before it's like I'm really in it. Like it's Beyonce, so I'm always going to be willing to give it that extra listen to really sell it. When you listen at midnight, first of all, you're tired. And are you able to be sold on a first listen? What was that experience like?
That's a good point. That's a good question. You are tired, but a lot of times, if I know it's going to be like an event like this, you would take a nap.
Okay.
Did I do that? No.
No.
But was I still ready? Absolutely. And it wasn't just me listening at 12 o'clock. I went to my friend's house and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
Oh my gosh, you have 5 friends? Brag.
Maybe 6. 7?
Girl, okay, please.
I can't remember. But it was a good amount of us. Where I think when you have other people, it also you feed off, you're able to stay up. I feel like the entertainment of it all allows you to stay up a little longer than if you were just listening at 12 o'clock by yourself.
Yeah.
Though honestly, I have stayed up and listened to albums by myself, and it's better because like when you listen for the first time with other people, you're obviously gonna listen out loud. And while I think out loud is a great way to listen for the first time, I don't think you get the best listen out loud until you know it. Like until you sonically, because I think the reason I'm such an album person is because I love the story. But how I listen to albums is like I listen to the full thing a few times. I think there's rules to how you should listen, and I probably discussed it plenty before. But like the car, out loud in headphones. Like
Yes.
those three before you could make any opinion, any review, anything. The problem is the guys were trying to be the first one to review, and it's like these reviews don't even be solid or good because
Don't even make sense.
you listen through one time, and it's like sonically when you don't hear something ever, it's going to sound new.
Mm-hmm.
Not even it, and new doesn't mean bad. But
Mm-hmm.
you may think those who are untrained will say something sounds bad, but I'm just like, no, it's new. Like you actually never heard this before a day in your life. This is your first time hearing it, and you're trying to give it a review of it. I'm like, can your ear even like adapt to its sound? Like American Requiem as the first song is crazy. Like for the first listen at 12 o'clock, and the first song you play is American Requiem, it's so Prince coded. Like it's so outlandish.
You can't have an opinion on American Requiem specifically without having listened to it more than once. And so
You
that it goes for the whole album, but specifically the first song on the album.
hello. So regardless of if I had listened to it by myself or with the group, I would have not been able to respond about like what it gave
Mm-hmm.
until I had listened to it 2 more times. But that first listen, definitely starting off, it was like, okay, because it's very ballad heavy at the beginning. First of all, again, you start off with American Requiem, which is an insane track, and then you go to Blackbird, and then you go to 16 Carriages. So you're like, where are we going?
What's
happening? What is this? Who is who?
Yeah.
And then, but you look at the track. Like, there's so many things that go into your first listen. You look at the track list for the first time. Like, you see the order of the songs for the first time.
How things are spelled.
You see features. You see how things are spelled. You're like, and she dropped the track list prior to, but it was so confusing because of how it was set up that when I'm like, oh, some of these is features or some of these is this. And then I'm like, 27 songs. That's not Beyonce. Then for it to come out and be 27 tracks, it's crazy. But
you can. But it's like still an hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's like interludes, and then some of them are like short tracks. I don't want to call them interludes. I don't call them interludes because like there's such present interludes on there. But yeah, that's it for my first listen. What about you?
So my first listen was in the morning. Big mistake. I listened to it in the morning because I'm like, I have to catch up. I will say though that like being off social media now, it makes it so much better for me to listen to things for the first time, second time, third time, and not have anyone's opinion to influence my opinion at all, for better or for worse, Like,
and the album leaked. Did you know that?
Well, how would I know? You didn't tell me.
No. It had leaked because 12 o'clock EST.
Oh, yeah.
There was already places that had already hit 12 o'clock. So they were making full threads posting the full songs.
That's so funny.
Said, I'm not listening to this.
And real fans wouldn't. Like, that makes no sense.
Even, and my friend was like, she's still gonna be a billionaire. Like, it don't matter if you listen to it. I said, don't I care about her getting money for streams? I said, it's about the experience of listening to the album in full.
Right.
I want to have my first time be an experience of the entire thing. People were saying the tracks, their reviews of it, all before it even came out here. And but go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to say
no, but that's so annoying. And this is why being off of social media makes it so much better, because the only reviews I heard was my sister and Jaden's. So it was like my first listen. I didn't get through it because I was on the phone with maintenance. No lie, I really was. And then when I did,
like, what you doing back there?
No, like literally, I'm like, that's why they came. Maintenance came to dance. When I listened to it in the speaker, I was cleaning, and it was so perfect because I was already standing up. So when it came time for my hips just started move. Like, I don't want to sound dramatic, but the music really did overtake my body, and I'm like, my hips are moving, my leg is shaking, my foot tapping, we snapping. Toms, please. Like, I was so there, and you're mad about it. It was just so good. But then the first time pales in comparison. Like, the first time is nothing compared to the third time.
The third time. That third time is crazy.
I was like, wait a freaking like shout out to the girls that can do it on the first time and get all of it. Like you're lying a little bit, but shout out to
They
you.
are. And hold on, before we move on, they are. The girls who say the first time like this is the greatest album,
You're
I'm like,
lying.
you made that up. You made it up because there's no way you heard this album for the first time. There's no way you heard a classic album or like a great album for the first time and thought it was great the first time. Because if it's great, it's groundbreaking. So it's going to have something new that your ear is not used to yet, baby. And you're going to have songs you don't like, and you're going to have songs that you need to hear again. And then when you hear them again, you're like, oh wow, this one,
Wait, that was
this
good.
one's hitting. This one, oh, that second part of the song really like then those things start to happen. But I'm like, that first listen, you don't get nothing. You're just trying to grasp what's going on. And Papa Carter first listen is like looking around the room like, where am I?
I don't and to your point, Jaden, and this is why I didn't even really because once again, like I said, my only reviews are from Jaden and my sister in the group chat. So when Jaden is like, "Oh, she sings, she's singing," I was on my first listen, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna
Where
just
is it
trust."
singing in the room with us?
I'm like, no, for real. I'm like, I'm gonna trust my king's judgment, but I'm gonna have to give it another listen. And then when I did, I'm like, whoa, 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 go back because I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't catch that. Even American Requiem, the first song, like I was like, that's good. And then I'm like, was that the singing that he referred? Like, was the only song I heard her singing on? But then it's like that makes no sense because now that I've listened to it so many times, I'm like, she's singing on every single song.
Every single track.
But when you said it the first time, I was like, well, Jaden, he just to say anything. I'm sorry, Jaden. I did. I'm like,
I do,
Jaden
but
will
no,
just say anything.
I'll be saying anything, and I get
Because
that.
I'm like, was she singing? Like, was this for the girls that sing? Yes, it is.
It is. It is.
We're Jaden and I
From
are
track 1 to track
training.
27.
We're training right now. Stay tuned. We're gonna have the whole album down in about 2 to 3 years.
I'm already halfway. Ooh.
Girl, you don't have those intricate harmonies. Stop playing. Stop.
Oh no, not the harmonies. The words though. I'm working on.
Oh yeah, the words. Yeah, the words. Some
the
of them
harmonies. Yeah.
I am struggling so bad for some reason to spell Beyonce.
Beyincer.
Yo, you're the second person that's done it flawlessly like that. And I'm like, it never gave a keel on the B. Like, I'm not able to spell.
It's Beyince. What is so different?
No, it's the yeah, like the yeah, like how it's not actually spelled. Like it's long. Girl, so that was the first listen. The second listen was okay. The third listen, okay. And then at first I was genuinely worried, like, am I gonna be addicted? Is it gonna be feeling like how with Renaissance I could not stop myself from listening? And the answer I'm so excited to report is yes.
Is yes. It's absolutely.
Jaden, this whole time we've been talking since we said hello everyone. I have been
dying to listen.
In my mind, I'm hearing it. It's literally that meme where my brain is just a person sitting in a room and there's just music playing. Right. This whole time, I'm hearing that little the river dance in my head the whole time you're talking. I'm listening, kind of, but Beyonce is screaming in my head right now.
I'm trying to act like I'm okay, but I'm not.
I'm not. I'm really not. I need to listen right now. Like, this is why I haven't been able to finish a book since it took me so long to finish a book because I'm like, I actually just need to listen to this again, actually. I'll put this book down.
What was I about to say? So more things that I don't know if you knew. It was called Beyince.
She should have did that one.
Yeah. But I understand why she changed it, but I wish it stayed because it was also supposed to be Act 1.
I heard that.
But she said because we were coming out of quarantine and all that, and like we were about to be back outside, we needed to dance before. And this one's a little more introspective or whatever.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, we need to dance.
So be outside, but you ate that outside.
Right.
I heard that it was supposed to be Act 1. For me, the music is just so good for the acts that we have right now and this might be not true to the girls that are giving true artistry. To me, it's getting interchangeable. If Renaissance is supposed to be Act 2 or 3, I'm not sure, but whatever act it was, it works perfect as Act 1. This acts perfectly as Act 2. It would have been perfect as Act 1 for me. Whatever. Who am I?
Right. Same. I agree.
Because we were there.
And
we were there for
and
it.
I get because it BEYINCE, like that's the one is in the I.
Exactly. That's cute.
Where Cowboy Carter was a last minute change. Like that was probably they had clocked that.
We can tell.
She had posted a picture drinking some liquor or something with the nails on from the Cowboy Carter photo. Like within like girl, when the page was announced and she had taken a picture like that was the same nails that you had on in the Cowboy Carter photo.
Same day.
We said, "Oh, you just changed this. Just changed it."
She's
the girls are getting their packages and the CDs are missing 3 songs. And guess what songs?
Dance. Dance.
No.
Okay,
good. Funny.
Hopefully it's Levi jeans. Doubt it. Dora? No, let me see. How many times did I... Not that your dog is screaming at you. I'm gonna guess maybe flamenco.
Yeah.
No, because I saw that title and I said, well, it obviously couldn't be Yaya.
It couldn't be, but
you wouldn't send out a CD without it on it.
Yaya's not on there. Oh, Louisiana is not on there, and
Desert Eagle.
Desert Eagle is on there.
Why wouldn't that be on there? Why would we want it without it?
I can't remember what the other one was.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, makes sense because she says Cowboy Carter Act 2. Like because we got that, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, okay, but girl, resend it. I don't want this.
Miley Cyrus said that they made 2 Most Wanted after the Grammys.
Oh wow. So what song did she write first and when? Because I thought Mother was working on this album for decades.
Well, the album's been working on for 3 years. Well, since 3 years since 2020, 2019, whatever. But like 16 Carriages is years old, we established. Right. So some of them may have been at different times of her career that are just put into this one body of work.
Wow.
But I need that tea. And there's so many credits on there that are not acknowledged.
Oh no.
Stevie Wonder is playing the harmonica.
Oh yeah, right. What's up with that? Like, that's not a thing you just casually forget.
You just throw to the side. What?
Did he ask to be taken off?
Had what's his name on guitar? One of the Beatles.
Oh, I couldn't tell you which one's a lot. Was it John Lennon? No, Paul McCartney.
I think so. Yeah.
Paul McCartney. Paul
McCartney.
Okay, you're a fan. You're hype. Yeah. Okay. Maybe they said, "Don't put me on the track." Like, I can't imagine these men wouldn't want to get paid.
Well, no, they're paid. It's just not on. It's on the thing now, but
paid in Renaissance, praise.
Renaissance didn't. She put it out the list of all the people that were collaborating. This time she didn't.
Maybe she will.
Well, it's done now. Like now, it's everywhere where the things were. But I guess because last time it caused so much controversy. You know.
Yeah, so let's really okay. Because we're both giving.
I just want to get the lore. I really just want to get the lore out the way. Because
but this is stuff that I don't know because I'm not on the internet like that.
That's why I wanted to make sure you had the context.
And the other girls that aren't on the internet that listen, I'm sure there are some. We are both clearly Dolly girls. Clearly, Dolly girls are present here. It did not take a second listen for me to rise up when I heard Dolly P. I'm like, whoa. Because when I saw the song title and then Jolene following it, I wasn't expecting that. Because like you said, you're like, 26 tracks. Surely these aren't all full songs.
Right.
I wasn't expecting to hear. And then the guitar under when she's chatting into Jolene, but it's a different Jolene. This is not your grandmother's Jolene. She's not begging. She's warning.
And what's funny about Jolene is no one knows the words to Jolene. So it takes midway through the people I know don't know the words to Jolene. The people who let me change that again. The people who I was with did not know the words to Jolene. So we're all sitting there like, are these new lyrics?
I was screaming.
It took midway through, and I'm like, Creole.
Yeah,
Creole.
Louisiana. Wait, hold on. Go back. Banji. I know Dolly did not say Banji.
No.
when I'm listening, I'm like, first of all, it's lower than Dolly, obviously different tone. I'm like, because at first I was like, because I did know the words to Jolene. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna do a cover of Blackbird and Jolene? Is it a cover album? Then as soon as she starts singing, I'm like, oh no, no,
No, this is different.
no, 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 no. This is a different Jolene. Dolly was literally on her knees
Where the chocolate's at?
begging. I have it right here. I can't believe you don't have it in front of you. Dolly was literally begging so much so that when I was growing up and that song would come on, my mom would feel so, instantly so bad. She'd be like, I just wish Jolene would leave her man alone. Like my mom would really be so upset for Dolly. Like, why does she have to beg? Like it's really a sad situation. When you listen to Beyonce's Dolly, it doesn't give.
No.
I'm
It
so
gives,
sad.
she handled it.
Bad. Like she threatened Miss Girl throughout the whole album. Like I'm screaming the mute for your dog's tail wagging. You have no respect. I just think that actually, now that I think about it, Cowboy Carter being Act One would have set the world on fire. There's a lot of talking going on. There's a lot of talking going on in 20.
And
What
and
year was
I
that?
wonder
2022?
that Renaissance came out?
Yeah.
21.
Could you imagine in 2021? There's a
Wait, no,
lot
2022.
of talking going on. There's a lot of talking because there was. There
2022.
really was. I don't know that there's a lot of talking going on right now. I don't know because I'm not on the internet, but there was a lot of talking going on at that time. So I can see why this would be Act One. Cowboy Carter as the title, I'm still not. We're gonna make a do what
Well,
a
it
do.
wouldn't have been that. Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
make a do what a do. Yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing is, I'm grateful that it's not Act One because Yaya would not have been on there.
Oh, then no, yeah, no. I just don't think I would want a CD if it wasn't complete. I don't get that.
People are trying to make it like this is a collectible item
No,
because
it
it has
is.
the original.
For
and
sure, that's
and
cute.
and
That's cute.
sure, but I want this one.
Hello, but send me both, maybe.
Send me, yeah, yes, but I want this one.
I want this one. Like if Jaden, if I would have spent my hard-earned cash and Yaya, and what'd you say? Yaya and
Oh,
Oh
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
What's the other one that wasn't on there?
That's my run. That's my song run. Yaya, Oh Louisiana, Desert Eagle, Riverdance. That's my section.
Yes.
Cracked in half. I don't want this. Just kidding. I wouldn't crack it in half, but whatever. So I also think that this album is perfect because I think that it's kind of hard to not like it and to not find something to like about it for everybody because it does span across genres and break genres.
What a funny little thing.
Like literally, we're laughing in the face of a genre. Like at least with Renaissance, if you don't like Renaissance, you're just not gonna like Renaissance. Whatever,
because
it's possible.
It's house.
It just wasn't
and
for
you're gonna
you,
dance.
Yeah. But this,
you have to like something.
There's something in it that you like. Let's name the genres.
What it do? Yeah.
It's country. It's gospel. It's giving me hip hop. It's giving me R&B. It's giving me soul. It's giving me back in the day true R&B rhythm and blues.
Yes.
Yeah. It's giving. First of all, it's giving me rock. It's giving me Tina Turner. It was giving me Prince, like you said. It's giving me Janelle Monáe. It's just funny. It's everything. I will. So we got the lore out the way. We got the praise out the way. We'll go back to the praise. I just want to say that, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool. I did hear what everybody heard. The man didn't need it. We didn't need him on it. You know which man I'm talking about? Post Malone. Some of the girls are gonna, some of the girls being Jaden, they're gonna say, no, it was actually good. It could have been that. It could have been all that, but we still didn't need him on it.
And I'm not disagreeing that we did not need him, but he's there. So I'm not going to
Jaden, you're talking all this.
The song away.
Baby, you said it was your bottom song.
I didn't say bottom. I said it's in the bottom.
Because I had to call you out. You shared this off.
I didn't say it was the bottom. The bottom goes to the
don't play. Girl, not the Willie Nelson. This is the radio. This is the smoke hour. Girl, those don't even count. Well, they do because Dolly is the top. But You switching up like he's here, we love him, girl. You put him at the.
Now, I did not start no parade for no Post Malone. But what I will say is that he clocked into work.
Oh well, he had
And
to.
he had to. And he did what was
Asked, not what was needed.
he did what he did. And and I just have to be appreciative because if not, I would skip the song. And I enjoy the song too much to be skipping her.
Okay. Here's my thing. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's okay that he's boring and his voice did nothing because it gave so much room for Beyonce's voice to soar in their harmonies. Like Beyonce does somersaults, kick flips, back flips, handstands, shakedowns, all of that with her voice, and her performance in the song is so incredible. If he would have been another vocalist who was a vocalist who came to
It'd have
actually
been too
do it,
much.
it would have been too much. But you know, now I think about it, John Legend's voice was not really good on this too, actually.
It would have.
He's extra though, but it would have been like just a, it might have been too much. I have to hear it together. Let's actually get them in the studio and let's see what it sounds like. But that could have been fun. I just feel like whatever. I didn't need him. Miley Cyrus, I know you absolutely love that track. It was
I
so
do.
giving The Climb. Like I was like,
It
it was so
it
The
was.
Climb. But I love The
Song,
Climb.
this song, well, yes. This song is such I think this song is the perfect song to teach about like tone
Oh yeah.
of music. Like the way everyone feels kind of a similar way when this song comes on. Like it lets you know that the song is effective and what it has to do and what it's saying and how it's written. Like everyone's talking about, while I know this may be like romantic, it feels like appreciation for my friends or like for my
Yeah.
family members or for stuff like that. And that's it just holds such a certain space in time. And it's using the genre that encompasses that in general. Like Billy Idol, like slower, but like very hard hitting tracks. The melody is crazy. And then their
The
voices
harmony is
playing.
disgusting.
The harmony is ridiculous. Them playing, and then Beyonce, every person she picked to do what's it called with didn't do too much, and she was able to play with their voices. Though Miley definitely has a better voice than Post Malone. Like, let's come on now, but she is the moment. Like,
come on now.
But they have such a the song is so gorgeous, and Fighting Tears is the hardest part the entire time because it's I'm not going to spill my tea on the podcast because I don't know y'all like that, but but it really reminds me of like my grandmother, and it's just such a beautiful track for that reason. Like it can pull you back into a moment in time. And I think that is something so powerful that music does in general. So for it to be Miley, someone whose voice and who this sound on her I love in general, and then for it to be on Beyonce's album, it's absolutely insane. Like the moment in itself is insane, and then for the song to be such an incredible track, it's like it's one of the most beautiful songs probably ever written. No shade. And I like the drama. I love the drama.
You do love the drama.
I do love it.
So I'm gonna let you have it because it's your birthday tomorrow.
Right.
Had this been last week, the week next, baby, I'm gonna give a little pushback. I think that speaking of beautiful songs, Protector is such a beautiful song.
Protector is a
like,
good song.
What is the line where she says
mom's
something
gonna
like
love that track.
She is successful or something, or she knows she made it, or she knows she's doing well because her daughter needs her, or something like. I just first of all, I texted Jane and my sister when I saw it. I said, "Oh my gosh, not Rumi!" I don't know why I thought she was going to be singing. I don't know.
I don't know why either.
I was silly, and you let me believe it.
One day you'll shine on your own, but I'll be your till then.
Like,
I'll be your protector. Like, come on, Beyonce.
And she sounds
phenomenal.
Good. Now that I will put in the best song ever written, or whatever the thing you just said, most beautiful something or other.
Now, honestly, I also something I do when listening to albums, one, I say what it sounds like, and I'm like, "Ooh, this sounds like Michael Jackson, or this sounds like Prince, or
Mhm.
this sounds like Aretha." Or who would kill the song? Like Aretha would eat this, or
Yeah.
that's also it. But also like who would use it? Protector, the new moms,
Oh, girl, get ready for the
the
slideshows.
reels of your life, the TikTok,
Okay,
and the slideshows for sure.
girl.
From especially when they're after they've given labor, they've done the whole labor process, and then they have baby and they've taken it home. They're gonna be in that bed first night crying, making a slideshow where it's just the pictures are literally just shifting to the next picture. And it's like, and I'll be a projector, and the
First of all,
girls
they're
are
going to
going
use the
eat.
caption. The captions are about to
Oh,
be protect your down.
protector boobs.
Like, there's actually, okay, like, obviously, when you have a powerhouse vocalist, songwriter, blah, 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 as Beyonce, the album is going to give caption.
I'm not no regular singer.
What did you say?
She said I'm not no regular singer.
Oh, I thought you said, I don't know about her being a singer. And I was like, Jaden, why are you showing off on this podcast?
Why? First of all, talk about lying.
Like, that's what I'm
That would
saying.
be a
I was
lie.
really about to have to really get on you. Did you see how hype I got there? I'm sorry. That was
I
on me.
saw you literally left whatever train you were on and came to my platform.
Because I'm like, first of all, you don't know nothing about a train. um, there's just so many good captions, especially for me in the second half of the song, because it's easy to get a caption out of a ballad. Like, okay, it's a ballad. Tyrant.
Girl, you jumping.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
working our way down.
My rose. It's quick, but it's cute. The harmonies
It is
are
quick, but
really
it's cute.
tight. The
And you can
low
call my
harmony.
sir, she said.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was wondering where Sir was. Sir is not around.
He's
I don't
not
know what
around, but he
Sir
got
is
Black as
doing.
King. So,
Okay.
like, he got the whole Black as King.
Oh, that's true. I figured that was Sir.
Rumi got nothing. Like,
Mm.
and they're not
First of all, we
even.
skipped Blackbird. And
Okay,
and
we
let me go talk about
actually
my
skipped
sister.
all of it. Let's go back to the top. American Requiem. Perfect. Literally no notes.
No notes. Absolutely. It's 5 minutes long, and I thank you for it.
Could have been longer. Thank you. Next time, give 25.
Yeah.
It could have given Virgo's groove energy. It could have been longer.
What's funny is, now I'm skipping, but Two Hands to Heaven is also 6 minutes, but it does not feel like it.
It
Two Hands to Heaven,
doesn't.
it's a 5 minute, 30-second or something track. I'm like, I need more.
It sounds like we're skipping, but it really does make you feel like you're floating.
Yes.
Like,
It feels like you drive off, it feels like you jump into the river after river dance, and now you're just floating down a stream.
exactly. And you just are floating. You don't even have to give the energy a float because I'm not
No.
really good at floating.
Because your hands are to heaven, like you're gonna make it through. Okay, back to the top. Blackbird, the girls came out, the girls did their jobs, the girls sang down. Tanner, Adele, mama, thank you.
She sounded. We're
I'm coming to
snapping.
listen to that music, baby. I'm coming
She
to
sounded so not the one singular delayed snap. She sounded so good. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw all these names listed, and then the song ended after I heard only two people,
I said, well, who are these?
I said, "Well,
Where
who's
y'all at?
Brittany Spencer?"
First of all, first time reading, I said Britney Spears is on this. We need to talk.
Wait, the first time I read, I said Brittany Howard. I was like eyes wide. I was like, "Whoa," because she'd be perfect on this sort of album. But I'm like Brittany
No, that's your gig.
Spencer. I'm like, well, I only heard Tanner, but then I'm like, maybe I don't know the other voices. Let me try. I have
And
to
the
keep
harmonies.
moving.
Yeah.
Okay, like, okay.
Blackbird, right? And the only person I can think about at this point in the album was Brandy, just because I feel like stacked vocally as of now,
She's
Brandy
done it.
is in the room. She's in the
She
room.
created
She's
that.
around. She's nearby. She's shucking and driving. Like I know when she hit play on American Requiem and then went to Blackbird, she had to walk out.
She's like, well, wait a minute. This is my recipe.
She's like, I thought I was the local Bible.
No, because this really is giving New Testament. Let's get into that, T, because we're skipping, but what she does in the second half of this album vocally
is
It's really nasty.
And then for the album
Nasty.
to already start vocally strong, like you start your
She's
album off ballad heavy, and then you end off singing down, but like not ballads.
she literally is going through, and you know what? She probably has way more in her range than what she showcased here, but she showcased such a wide range in her
Yaya vocally,
vocals.
I think is slept on. Like as a
Oh
vocal
my!
moment, the whatever that
Deep Beyonce
is
is my favorite.
crazy, and
We're
you're
skipping
screaming.
American Requiem. She's literally singing in the heavens, like literally.
Yes,
I'm not even gonna demonstrate because,
I was also about to demonstrate, and I
and
said,
then
yeah, that just
it just won't be like how y'all can go listen. It's on YouTube
it's
if you
me
don't
looking
have.
up what a requiem was. I had no idea.
Oh yeah. And why don't you tell people? I knew only what a requiem was because there's a song called Requiem from a musical, so I knew what it meant. But
It's me having to look it up again. Hold on.
I'm screaming. Well, we know what America is.
Sadly.
Yeah, big sad.
So, ooh, let me just type in the word requiem and not American.
I
Requiem.
bet Requiem is about to be the most Googled word.
A requiem or whatever can also be a piece of music used for this. Please leave me alone. Hold on.
Let me go on Google dictionary.com because you're playing.
I am playing.
I got
Miriam,
you.
where you at?
Merriam
It's like a
Webster.
mass. A mass for the dead, a solemn chant for the repose of the dead, something that resembles such a solemn chant, a musical setting of the mass for the dead.
Yeah, any musical service, hymn, or dirge for the repose of the dead. Correct. America has a problem. And you know what? You, I, and some others were like, not an American flag. How dare you? But it's a funeral.
Right.
So a Blackbird was incredible. At first I was worried, like, girl, I can't do an album of covers, please. Tanner sounds fantastic on it.
And I love that she did the cover. Like I think the cover
know the
does
girls
well.
are mad. I know the girls are
And
mad.
because Blackbird originally was about Black women.
Which I did not know.
Me neither. So for it to have now been sang by a group of Black women, it just, it just takes it there.
It does. It makes
And
it
then we get
so much better.
Then we get right into a song we know and love, 16 Carriages Child, Riding Away.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we talked about Protector, My Rose. And then we get into Smoke Hour by Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson said, I'm going to give you one take.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it again.
He said, I'm lighting this blunt. I'm going to say what I have to say.
And that's it. You got me for 30 minutes. Not even 15.
Baby, I'm going to send you the track. Actually, don't call me no more. Text me what you want me to say. I'm going to send you the track when I need it.
And I'm going to just say, if you don't, then go to the smokehouse. I'm like, okay, girl. Okay. Just get on with Texas Hold'em, girl, because you done.
Well, the Smoke Hour is also Maybelline.
Oh, yeah,
It's got to be true. Like, it's all like these old tracks to kind of show you like you're listening to a radio station.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the song. It does. I will never skip it.
Oh, no,
it's
me
so
neither.
short. It's so cute. It's a story.
Now, the Linda Martell show, baby, talk about genres to me one more time, and I'm gonna have to turn you.
You're
off.
skipping just to drag, like, girl.
You're right. This is a Black woman.
I'm please.
Then we get into
Texas Hold'em. If you want,
and I'm happy to get these two out the way.
Well, yes.
Me personally, I prefer getting the songs we know out of the way. Don't save it for me to the end. I want them gone. I want them put into the track list, and then I want to get past them. So then everything else is new. Like, because if I end up if I'm in the midst of my moments, and then I get Texas Hold'em, I'm like,
if it was in that section, like the
that'll piss me off.
Yeah, for sure. My question is this: now knowing the full album and the full track list, which songs do you think that she made the right decision to release 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em?
Absolutely.
Like, I can't think of what other songs
Beyonce does this thing where she releases a song that, as the single, that tells you least about what the project's going to be.
For sure.
Break My Soul told us nothing about Renaissance.
No.
It gave the doom doom, and then I was like, I didn't love Break My Soul the first time I heard it, but then it definitely grew on me over time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is I'm about to sound like? And then the Demon Ain't Stopping Me. I said, oh,
that was
this
crazy.
is the mother.
That was crazy.
And
Break My
then
Soul was like that. Yeah. Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Like Break My Soul, I was like, okay, like I'm very nervous for this album, but she's also known to do this. Like she's known to
And we're
drop a
still going to
single.
be there.
And girl, I was never going nowhere else. So then, for it to, you drop Protector, you drop 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em as the singles. I'm like, you dropped 2. This is kind of scary because neither one of these sound alike. But then to listen to the album and no other song sounds like these 2.
None of them sound like Texas Hold'em.
None of them.
Every song is unique. That's what you are. So we get Texas Hold'em, okay.
And then we get into
Bodyguard. You will always be
famous. You will always be famous around here. Bodyguard, you are sitting very comfortably in the top 5 of a lot of people, especially mine.
Easy in the top 3 is easy for me. It's easy.
Bodyguard is a great track.
It's fun enough. It's fun enough.
And then we get into like the next kind of 2 track, but still on Bodyguard. Bodyguard is very the Beatles. It's very like, I want her. This is how I see the visual for Bodyguard specifically, and that's the only one I have a visual for. The rest of them, they can look like anything. But Bodyguard, I need you standing, guitar like swinging back and forth on like a daytime performance show. Like,
yeah.
Very Cher show, but like singing back and forth, or how like the bands back in the day, but they all of them was family. Basically. And it's like the little stepped up circles or whatever with the lights going. Stage, yeah. That's what I need, because that's what this song requires. That beat is too familiar for me. Like, I'm sorry, like it's too Beatles coded.
I think she also does a really good job, and this is like, so who the heck are we to be telling you what Beyonce does well at? Of course she's what, but she just does such a great job at making each song really a story. Like, obviously the whole album is a story, and it is so, don't hate me for this, it is so musical theater of her for every song to tell a story and like move the plot along. Well, like
she also said that she was writing this while watching films, like country films. So musical. It's literally like watching, like listening to
you
movies.
Can tell,
yeah,
because Bodyguard is a full story. Like it's a full movie. When I first pulled up the track list when it was first dropped to us, I scanned all the titles, and when I saw Bodyguard, I did immediately think about The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston. So I'm like, whoa, I was hyped for no reason, whatever. But I wasn't disappointed.
I thought it was going to give like what was it? I Will Always Love You, because Dolly P.
Yeah,
and like, because I was like, okay, the lore is here for a Whitney Houston mom, and then I was like, girl, you give me too many covers, I'm clicking off.
That's what I'm saying. I was nervous.
But you're gonna eat, but like, I'm clicking off.
Okay, yeah, we'll love it, but it's 26 tracks, so if you want to do a cover, I get it.
But you can't do all covers, baby.
No, you can't. But Bodyguard is, I can be
Bodyguard.
Your bodyguard.
And Bodyguard, so good. That first listen, this is the thing about first listens. Bodyguard first listen, I skipped over. Like, I didn't skip the song, but like my brain, it didn't like hold on to it the way it did when I heard it again. I heard it the second time. I said,
"Play it again."
Is this top 5 Beyonce? Like,
yes,
it is. And it's like not 5 or really 4.
Top 2 and not 2. Well, maybe, I don't know. Oh, I don't know, because
it's honestly top 5 keeps moving. That chunk at the bottom really like it puts the whole thing. But what's crazy is you can hear that last part going into Renaissance.
Yes. Oh, easily.
Like,
the DJs have a lot.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
They have so much material.
Sweet honey bucking, but we'll get there. Hold on.
So true.
So
Dolly P.
The girls.
Hey, honey.
We get into
Dolly Honey B. It's Dolly P. I said not Dolly P.
It was Honey B.
Hussy. With the good hair.
That hussy you sang about with the good hair.
She listens.
She reminds me of somebody back when. I'm like, you're country, and I live for it.
She's so country.
And then to go into Jolene and you are spitting game, then we can move past Jolene. We talked about Jolene. But then we get to daughter. And
I don't know.
she's going to talk about her dad. She
Every
loves talking about her
time. Every
because
time.
it's her trauma. But the girls all saying like her mom or something. I don't know. The girls be trying to make up stuff and be running with it.
I didn't
That ruins it for me.
Yeah.
Fans ruin these albums for me because people are, first of all, people are allowed to not like something. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. You don't have to try and get them fired or disbarred or post they geolocation online. You don't have to do that because they don't like an album. And also, y'all make stuff up. Y'all literally make your own ideas of what things are, and everyone just joins together and be like, "Yes, this is the truth," and then y'all use it in arguments. And it's like, well, who told y'all that?
It's so delusional.
Y'all made that up.
It's about her. She talked about her dad any chance she could get. I'm like, girl, you got to heal.
And I get it because she's saying two things at the same time. She's like, well, yes, my dad raised me to be a fighter. He also did a terrible job raising me.
And I'm like, can he live? Well, that's fine with me because I'm
colder than Titanic waters.
Something about her dad, he taught her how to shoot a gun. And you know how sometimes storytellers, songwriters, comedians don't make up a little detail. I believe that her dad taught her how to shoot a gun because she keeps on talking about it. It must be true.
It has to be.
And I want to actually see her do it.
And you know what? That daughter is the B-side to Daddy's Lessons.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, well, girl, we already know.
She loves talking about her dad. Even on Dangerously in Love. What's that? Daddy?
Let me pull it up, Joe, because she talk about her dad all the time. And I'm like, she said Mama Louisiana, and that was all her mom got.
Okay. And some hair care.
And barely. Not my phone not wanting me to see Dangerously in Love. Oh, there it is.
Okay, it refused to show it. Daddy. I think the last song.
You're like, what's it called? Daddy's Love? Daddy. Just Daddy. And she called him Daddy too. I guess that's something we all need to know. So great. Spaghetti.
Go ahead.
I loved it. Like it this is where we get into, like we were saying before we started recording, it is not a country album. No, it is a Beyonce album. And when you get to these songs,
Beyonce down, it's very, how do I say, very Beyonce, easily cringeable, but she pulls it off. Easily cringeable. Because when I first heard it, I said, of course. I don't know why I didn't think that she was going to be rapping on an album that is supposed to be a country Beyonce album, but here she is. And I'm just like, oh.
That's so true, because if she was anybody else, you'd be like, but it's Beyonce, so you're like, Beyonce, no, so turn that up and run it back.
It's actually the first time I said, yeah, she's gonna have to grow on me, because I'm ready to sing down, mama. And the fact that you're rapping in my face, you almost got slapped.
It was so, like this. There's so many songs in this
Thanos
album.
Really threw me off. Like
the beat, but the beat saved that for me.
No. The beat took it, and then when she get into the that whole part, I really was pulled in. Like when I got to Thanos, I said, I'm going to be skipping this a lot. But then when it got to the I'm going to be skipping this, and I may actually take it off the album.
I was just going to take it off.
And I might. But then it got to Expedition, and I said,
yeah.
Beyonce Lamar, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me bad.
Yeah. There's so many songs in this album that, to me, I'm like, I could pick this up and put it in a different place, like a different album, and it would make sense. Spaghetti just sounds so much like it could be on Black is King, like so easily. Like it is the part of Black is King where it's dark, the lighting is dark, and we're talking about Scar, and it's like, oh, the room is spinning. That is what it was giving. So at first I was like, okay, like I love it because I love Black is King, but I'm like, will this fit with where we're going, whatever this
Right.
journey that we're taking is?
And it does.
It does.
It's definitely the wrench of the
It cranks it. Yeah,
album,
for sure.
but it fits, and I think it was necessary where it was placed because we have come off of such a not sad but a slower tempoed part of the album.
And we were ready to be dancing. We were ready to move on from that.
Yes,
And it
and
only
in the
took
alligator tears.
12 tracks. Yeah, Alligator Tears is so it's so good as well.
It's
So
very underrated as a
embarrassing for
track.
that man. Like she gonna embarrass him every time. Like I mean,
Every
I
time.
don't know if he's embarrassed, but I will be embarrassed if he's talking
And
about how I was crying.
It's so what's like a good word for that? Like it's so it's like melting. The song like it's just
It's like
so like
lilt. Yeah.
that's a good word. But it's you know what it gives me?
Hmm.
The scene in The Wiz in the subway.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna let you finish.
Because it just has like this like haunting almost.
Okay, fine. I can respect that. that.
That's really what I mean. Not necessarily like I see him walking up and it's like high tide in the
I'm
city.
like,
No. But
It's
it's
just
given like
so, like-
it's just that sound. It's like
it's so like log cabin. It's so like one horse town, straw in the mouth, but also like well, that's the song where she's talking about all the
Alligator
things she's done for him. Like you said,
Mhm.
change religions and I spend Sundays with you.
She
Trifling, but that was good writing.
It was such the whole album is great. Right?
Oh yeah, of course. But I'm like, she wrote for real on Alligator Tears. And once again, I don't know what the girls are buying into or not because I'm not there. But if they're not tapped in for some of these songs, like it's so easy to just tap into the upbeat songs. Like
Right.
it's so easy, for me to get into like Riverdance, Desert Eagle, yeah. Well, maybe the girls aren't. Sweet Honey Buckin', easy. Alligator Tears, we gotta listen. We
You have
gotta
to.
listen.
It's
And this
so
is how you
good.
know people are lying when they say whatever they say after one listen.
Because Alligator Tears the first time is definitely a chop. Like not definitely a chop, but it's by chop I mean like it's one of those new sounds. Like those sounds is like you're not familiar with, and it's like I'm gonna have to listen to this again because this is going to hit me later on.
Even still, it's like not even just the sound of it. It's like, girl, the storyline. I don't care about this man. I don't care about his alligator cheer. But then when you listen, it's like, oh, what did you all that you sacrificed? I do kind of care a little bit, and I care each time I listen. Smoke Hour 2 is really when he gave her half a take.
Okay. You're welcome.
Miss Knowles, he said he only had 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
We'll take it. It's fine. Slide his script across the table and have him record it into his iPhone microphone. It doesn't matter. He has to go. He's old. It don't matter because, as a kite, just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to our next track, Just for Fun. At first, it was giving Skip. And that's not shade.
Honestly, the third time still. By the third time, I still was skipping her. But then that fourth time, this morning when I listened to it, I said...
Just before we hit record?
I was like, oh, Just for Fun, you're that girl.
But something that's still not true is I haven't gone to seek. It's not a seeking. I'm not gonna go out to.
It's an album. It's an album track.
Yeah, it didn't give on its own. I'm not listening to it.
No. It's an album track for sure.
I'm not skipping to it either.
It's a slower song. It's a, like it's a slower song. Fine. It's a duet.
That's cute.
Willie Jones sounded amazing on it.
So good. So good.
Clear. Somebody was like, I feel like. I had to turn it down because I thought Willie Jones was in the room with me.
For real. It was getting vocal.
Chris. They used the same studio for that one.
Yeah, he was there. Willie.
And the one you know it.
Nelson? Willie Nelson wasn't there. Willie Jones came to work.
Yeah. She was like, wait, is this Jones or Nelson?
Well, is he here? Jones. Yeah. He's with us today. Well, Nelson.
And then we get into some other. So then we get into Two Most Wanted and this song, riding with your best friends, is going to go crazy.
It's just a Thelma and Louise joint. Like, you can't be mad about that. You can't be mad about that. So when you say about like her writing it and also listening to or watching movies, it makes sense because some of these songs, even if those weren't the movies she was watching, they just give cinema and
It
their
does.
storytelling and their themes. The girls are not doing it tonight. Yeah, they sound really good.
Till the day I die.
Which is Thelma and Louise, like you're gonna die.
Window flag down the 405. I'll be your backseat, baby.
Yeah, no, keep going. I love this song. Okay, he's gonna.
Sorry,
you're not. We were talking about this before the podcast. Of course, we always are. It does give the climb. I could easily close my eyes, listen to the song, and see the Jonas Brothers sitting on the steps waiting for their turn.
Oh yeah,
it'll never come, but they are waiting. It's the climb. This is playing in between commercials on Disney Channel. And that's, once again, that's not shade. It just sounds like that, but it's still excellent. It's much better than anything the Disney commercials have given us.
Ever. Well, here goes two.
Don't start talking crazy now.
I almost did. But Two Most Wanted, it's something that was an instant like classic for me. When I first heard the song, I was like, you are going to be one of my favorite songs, regardless. Like, I don't care what else has to play or what else is going to play. And then other songs played, and I'm like, oh. But it is one of my favorite songs. Like, their tone and their voice and their choices.
Beyonce's choices are ridiculous.
And I love that Miley sing it straight. Like, Miley is not a runner or a riff or all that. She has tone that is crazy. Like, her tone carries. That's why The Climb is such a beautiful song, because it's all tone.
The Climb is beautiful because of the writing as well, sweetie. Don't disregard that.
No. I never. The pen was always in the room with us. I'm talking about like her performance of said song, because
really good.
Not anybody can perform The Climb and it sound like The Climb. No shade.
But also, she sounds like she doesn't sound like The Climb Miley. Like, she does sound obviously older and more mature. Like, she's lived some life. And I think it's also a good thing that Miley and obviously Beyonce that they do with their voice is that you can really feel whatever they're feeling while they're singing it. It's a story. Like, you even if she hasn't lived a life, which we know she has, you hear and you're like, oh, this girl has really she's really a ride or die. Like, she's seen some stuff, she's been through some stuff, and she's there till the end. Whatever.
The end when they hollering. Beyonce harmonizing on the scream.
Yeah.
Takes it. And the her like glottal. I just love it. I live for it.
It's really good. I'm sorry to say it's not top 5 for me, but it is really, really good, and I really
that's
appreciate
okay, because it's top 5 for me.
Is it? Because I don't know how you're fitting all these songs into 5. You have about 7 songs in the top 5.
Some of them are considered one song to me.
Okay.
And that's just how it has to do it, because you think I have to pick between Riverdance and Two Hands to Heaven. I can't. So guess what it is? One song.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Yaya and Desert Eagle are one song, or not Desert Eagle. Oh, Louisiana can be with the song above it or the song below it. They can be one song.
Oh yeah,
they're because it's so short. Like, you put these thick songs together, you're cheating.
Yeah, I'm so serious about it too, because I'm listening. First, matter of fact, Riverdance, Desert Eagle, Riverdance, and Two Hands to Heaven is all on track. So I don't want to hear anything, any ifs, ands, or buts about it, because.
So that's how you're getting this top 5. Okay, there's 27 songs in the top 5.
And well, yes.
Levi Jeans is not there. Levi Jeans is not there.
Levi Jeans is not in my top 5 at all. But I think it is a really good song. And it's also not my go back and listen to track at all. But because I'm going back and listening to Two Most Wanted, it's going to come on. And I'm here plenty.
Yeah, but for me,
and Beyonce freaks it.
I do go and seek this song because how good Beyonce sounds in the beginning.
Beyonce sounds immaculate. And that second verse by her.
But she says denim on denim on denim.
Denim on denim on.
Like, I honestly am there.
She's like, in the face of that venom. Denim on denim on denim on denim. Like,
so I obviously have to listen.
And We can't go to this again, but
please, please,
I
please.
see the pitchfork over there. I
You
see it.
you see it
For
like
Post Malone.
literally because who is this? It's just not fair.
It's
Miley had to
not.
work
There's other
so
people,
hard to get there.
and he
She's
did
been
not.
Miley Cyrus for so long.
But no shade, I did like Post Malone first album.
Ooh.
The last few I have not listened to, child. But that first one
He's
back
got
in
some good
20 whatever,
songs. Yeah.
yeah, I used to play that whole album front to back.
Well, I didn't hear
And
it.
you know a lot of them because
Yeah,
we
I
were in
do.
high school. We were in high school. We were in college, and they were on the soundtrack to college.
Yeah.
So,
Not the soundtrack to college. I believe that. It's not even a, and this is my problem. Beyonce, look what you made me do. You made me hate this. No, I'm just kidding. You made me want to not be a fan. Like, I had no prior beef with him. But then I'm like, well, what is he doing here? I would have took Kendrick for that. Like, I would even take Kendrick at this point. Because if you're going to put a random man, put Childish Gambino on the track if you're going to be having random man. He would have been fun on this as well. So then the next song, because we have to skip that one.
I think Flamenco was not on the.
I could see why that wouldn't be on there, or how it wouldn't be on there.
Yeah, but I love Flamenco.
This is one of those ones
Flamenco
where I
grew on me
never
today.
remember how it goes. I can never just hear it by hearing the title.
Yeah, I'm about to play it.
And neither can you.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And why can't I never remember what that's called? That one is called Flamenco.
Because it's about the beat. It's not about the lyrics. So you're trying to remember the beat, and then you have to remember what the song sound like. And child, starting off the beat, what?
Yeah, but
I
it's
need to be able to
good.
sing. I need to be
Hello.
able to sing. Every time I see Flamenco and I think of how the song goes, I think of Cheetah Girls 2 when they're doing the clapping. I think of it every single time because that's what the song gives. And it's also perfect because a lot of original cowboys were also Hispanic people. Like that's
for
what
sure
they gave, and
Mexican
they wear the full thing and they do the flamenco. She ate that.
I cannot believe, and the listeners can't also kind of maybe believe that we literally are doing every single song. And we're gonna continue. So the Linda Martell
show. She's the only one I may skip. I love it though. Because I love that it's introducing us to the next part of this album, the best portion of this album.
Oh yes, easily.
No shade. And what's funny is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs outdo 18. And that's just crazy to me personally, but I understand. Because you put all the grooviest tracks at the end. So I get it. Like,
but it kind
Bodyguard
of
is doing a lot of heavy lifting now. Bodyguard is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah. But it does suck though, because once you get to the Linda Martell show, you're just having a good time. And then you're like, wait a minute, I know that's not Sweet Honey Bucket. I know that's not Amen. I know this album is not done.
And it is.
I know that it did not just loop back to American Requiem.
But no shade, like, I'm happy they're at the end. I'm happy we rock out and we have a good time where we end, and then like we go home and we get a little prayer, and then we're back at the American Requiem.
It's so hard to see these titles and just want to jump to talking about one, because I just saw Sweet Honey Bucket. I'm like, Sweet Honey Bucket?
Okay.
Yaya.
But we're at Yaya, which is, go ahead, Yaya Stan.
I want to start singing, but I don't want to be pitchy.
Yeah.
It's just, hello, Beyonce. Like, it's just so.
Hello.
She said, because I'm a clever girl. We're snapping.
What you do, Yaya?
Toms, please. It's just so much fun. This one is so playful in a very Janelle Monáe playfulness way, where we're just like, we're playing characters, we're creating this world. I mean, this world exists, obviously, but it just from the first listen and basically every listen after that, it reminds me so much of Janelle Monáe. It sounds like something Janelle Monáe would do. It's just so much fun. I love this song.
It's also like James Brown.
Yeah, exactly. It will, especially when she goes into like her lower register. That
I don't know how she does that.
I will never skip this song
ever. Yaya is a great song, and I'm so happy it made the cut, because if it never made the cut, we wouldn't have known, obviously. But
We would feel it.
Yaya, imagine you would feel it because this album needed this moment of like a hollering, yelling, grunt, like
It's a sweaty song. It just is so
it
sweaty.
is.
It's so
You're gonna sweat.
sticky.
You're gonna be like moving and gyrating, like you're gonna get up.
You have to. You have
And once you're
to.
up, you won't stop being up.
You're not gonna be. You're not gonna sit down until she says amen.
No.
And that won't be for another 15 minutes.
And then the run. Okay, so the run from Yaya into Oh Louisiana,
Yeah.
and then Oh Louisiana just being just a track. Like it's just a outro really for Yaya.
I love it.
That's
why when you said that some of these songs could be one song, I thought you were talking about that.
No.
You putting these 12-minute songs together is crazy. But Oh Louisiana it will also never get skipped because it's kind of can't get skipped because I need to hear the end of Yaya as well. So
yeah,
I can't skip it. But even if I didn't, I wouldn't skip it because it's like, why? It's like a fun, quick little something.
It's a quick one. It's very quick. And it's like
shoulder.
a mood setter and it's a mood sustainer. And then you get the Dosey.
Desert Eagle also was too short. Like I don't want to say it's
way too short. No.
Maybe I would hate it if it was longer. I doubt it.
It's way too short.
Oh, good. Like it's crazy that the top 5 is in the same section. Like, girl, what happened to the rest of the album? Like the rest of the album is great, but it's like, well, that was easy. The top 5 is already in order.
It's literally in order.
At the bottom, it just start at track 20 and go down.
And she probably knew. They probably were somewhere else, and she was like, "Nah, I gotta say this for them."
She
probably was like,
"Yeah,
I have to say this for them because this will gag them." She's like, "I'm gonna let them gag at the songs, the lyrics, all that up there, but down here, they're gonna still gag at the songs, the lyrics because the lyrics and the singing are still crazy on these
and
tracks.
Desert Eagle, yeah. It's to me, it feels like maybe it was a reward, a treat for the girls that stuck around after the ballads. Not that it was like an unbearable listen, but it's like I'm gonna reward you for that. For
You know
keep
what it was?
going.
For Post Malone, she was like, "I know y'all, I know, but guess what?
Because you lived through that. Like I did have you go through that just so I could see if you were really rocking with me, and we were. I'm grateful. If this is what the reward is, I'll take it.
So you can grab my boot. Like you're crazy. Just so you can grab my butt. Like, huh? Sorry, I just had to go back to that. I'm like, that's really what that song's about. Like, I want you to be my Levi jeans so you can grab on me a little longer. Just to know you're real.
This is how you know this album is really for the singing girls, for the girls that want to sing for no reason. Because in Renaissance, when we talked about Renaissance, I don't think that we sang at all. I think we just said the names of the songs and talked about parts in this recording. Unfortunately, during this recording, we sang every song basically. Well, Jaden sang every song.
You was in it.
A little.
What to do? Yeah.
Edit me out, sweetie. Oh yeah, I literally sang in the first 5 minutes talking about running through the rivers, girl.
And speaking of, so then after Desert Eagle, sorry, Ego popped in my head. We get Bounce on the Shit Dance.
Easily top 2, and it's not 2.
Okay, Riverdance is one of the greatest songs on this album. And
he said that
I had to tighten it up. Because I was ready to be like one of the greatest songs ever. But it's like it's so good.
It's so good.
The call and responses, her vocal like choice and like how she's singing. Bounce it again. How she's like the twang at the top of her range that she's singing in with herself, singing the melody is insane.
The instrumentation alone. Give me this instrumental. I will be okay. I will be okay. I won't ask for nothing else. You know how the girls have started to do the thing where they just want to release like the acapella tracks for no reason. Like
I need this.
Correct. There's a couple songs in this that I will need it for. American Requiem, obviously.
Absolutely.
I do want to hear the acapella because it is actually really disgusting. Like it's actually sick. It's just
Riverdance is
You know what?
perfection.
I'll give you that those songs are together. I will give you that.
Because it goes, you can't listen to Riverdance and not listen to Two Hands to Heaven. I'm sorry, like you can't
She
do it.
sounds so good on 207.
Two Hands to Heaven is her best song to me. To me. To me. To me.
How is every song the best?
No. Two Most Wanted is the best song ever made, but Two Hands
Oh,
to,
no,
Two
that's
Hands to
you.
Heaven is her best song.
And then Riverdance is the best song on the album. I'm following.
Well, Riverdance and Two Hands. No, yes, Two Hands to Heaven is her best song, and it's so Two Hands to Heaven. You know what it gives me? Self-titled. Like something about it is very self-titled album,
Yeah.
and it would have been perfect on there.
And that's what I'm saying. You can pick these songs and put them in other albums.
And put them in other albums
because
easily.
they're so fluid.
Yaya on B-Day would have went bananas.
I wouldn't want it there, but it would have worked. Because it's just so unique. That's what you are. Like B-Day was so, it was giving me, oh, you said B-Day?
Yes.
I really heard 4. I'm so sorry.
Oh, definitely not.
I heard 4,
B-Day,
and I'm like,
where
that
she's
is giving
already
me
yelling.
backyard
Where she's
cookout.
already yelling.
Oh, B-Day? Yeah. I thought you said 4, and I was like, where will we put it? After school and live? Like what? B-Day absolutely.
Riverdance,
You've got
Riverdance can low-key go on 4.
Oh yeah. But Yaya on B-Day would be really good because it's already got like, first of all, like Kitty Cat and like Hollywood. Like it's already
Sugar
giving
Mama.
Sugar Mama. Exactly. It's got those like art songs where it's like, oh, Beyonce's just being creative. Beyonce's doing what she wants. And that's what I'm so glad that Beyonce gets to do that again. Like, no shade to the other albums. They were just giving very much whatever the genre says right there. That's probably what it's going to give you. B-Day wasn't like that. Like B-Day was giving us expansive.
They said B-Day was the album she was
Storm.
screaming the entire time. And it's absolutely true.
And so what?
He was Ring the Alarm is on B-Day. Green Light.
Is Give Me Body on that?
No.
That song changed my life though.
Yeah, B-Day. Give Me Body is on B-Day.
So then why did you say no?
Because I don't know why I'm thinking B-Day is Dangerously in Love.
So now we're just both getting confused about the album. Yes. She's got so many.
Tyrant.
Oh my gosh, I love. No, that's a story. That's a story.
But mind you, it's such a sad song lyrically. Like the song lyrically,
it is.
He's like, that's what she's saying. Like I hated you, and I'm envious. Like she's saying things that's like, really why am I dancing?
That's a real journey that people go through, where it's like, I hate you, but also like I'm kind of envious of you because whatever you were doing got my man to turn his head. Now, right. What I will not sit here and take part in is you coming between a happy man and his family. If he's happy, how did
we
no, because I'm gonna let her have it because it's Jaden's birthday tomorrow. And but I'm like,
it's just a song, child. Because no, absolutely not. No. Like no,
and you didn't raise that man, and if you did, that's embarrassing too. She embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed.
He raised you, mama.
Both though, because you know these men are children.
Wow.
But still, back to Tyrant. Excellent. That's a story. That's a story. And people were saying,
DA got that dope.
Oh, that's the song that I showed my coworker because she's like, I haven't listened to it. I'm like, hold on. I just clocked out, but I'm gonna stay extra just to show you this. Just wait till the beat drops. You know, she wasn't convinced until that beat dropped.
Tyrant.
People were saying that Tyrant is like Beyonce's version of Jolene, and I could definitely see that where it's like. It's not giving I'm begging for you not to take my man like Dolly's Jolene, but it definitely is giving that like kind of helplessness a little bit where it's like, but it's kind of a different take where it's like, okay, I might like need to start taking notes. Like right. You're pretty good.
And it's also the thick of the album. Tyrant is definitely the thick.
Are you saying in terms of receptiveness? Like people's acceptance of the song?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because people were not, and we remember people were not checking
For All Up in Your
All Up in
Mind,
My
Thick,
Mind. A lot of that.
Pure
Yeah.
Honey.
Summer Renaissance. The girls were not. They were asleep on
People
the
still don't
whole.
like Summer Renaissance, and I don't get it.
I don't get it. Not to pull a Jaden, but it is the perfect ending to any album ever created. Like
It is. No, Summer Renaissance is a great closing track.
it's the best closer that ever closed.
That ever did anything.
Tyrant.
And then
it's so fun, but it is
then
bucking.
Imagine me listening to Tyrant and like after just done clicking my heels and I'm hearing this tapping coming in. You get to like it's this random melody.
And she's
then
really
you hear this
singing on that though.
singing down, and you're like, okay, what is it about to be? And then you get the beat come in, the Jersey club beat, and you're like, we're here.
You can't not move to this. I dare you to try. I dare you.
And then we get to Honey, and that's when I looked at everyone I was in the room with. I said, so if that was Sweet, and this is Honey, we about to be bucking. Why did we all scream? We all screamed, and all you hear is bucking, bucking, bucking.
Oh my God. Sweet Honey Buckin', you will
Sweet Honey Buckin'
always be famous. You will never be skipped. Don't worry, baby. You sit tight.
Mama, if I'm playing the Linda Martell show, the show don't end until I get to Sweet Honey Buckin'.
Like you will never be on the chopping block. Just sit down, relax. You're good.
Just Mama. And even if you're not in my top 5, it's only because it's filled up.
Exactly. You can't combine any more songs. Yeah.
I can't combine any more songs because Sweet Honey Bucket is literally 3 songs already combined together. So it's like I can't do this to anybody else.
Yeah, no.
Sweet Honey Sweet Honey Buckin', you will always be famous number 1. I don't even need to put you in the top 5 because you'll always be like
you got it.
You're always going to be around, baby.
You're at least top 10, and there's 27 songs.
There's no time where Sweet Honey Buckin' comes on and I'm sitting still. Like
it's impossible.
Even if I can sit still through Sweet and Honey Buckin', there is no sitting down.
But you can't. I know that you can't, Jaden, because you already know what's about. You're revving up. I already know that you're revving up. You're not sitting still.
She's doing her little honey. First of all, why is she in the back of Honey saying like what's she saying? Sweet. She's whispering.
She's nasty. I need to listen to this with the thick headphones on. I need her to get all up on my mind. Sweet Honey Buckin', for me, it is like I don't is it
sweet
perfect?
Sticky. She's in the back saying sweet sticky. Like, girl.
She's nasty.
Very.
Turn it up. I love Sweet Honey Buckin' like a mechanical bull. It's just fun. Like it is fun, but at the same time, I could see why someone wouldn't like it. Same reason why I could see why somebody wouldn't like Renaissance. Like, I get that. Like
I get it,
but I get it.
I don't get it because I don't understand the girls who like, okay, you don't twerk, but like you still can appreciate a twerk track. Or like it's really called bucking. Like, what do you think
anybody
can
do?
Like y'all aren't comfortable in your bodies.
And that's really that's why I understand the Renaissance thing where you don't feel safe to be safe. Same thing here. You don't feel ready to dance. You don't feel capable or something. Like I literally was listening to this at work. Big mix steak. I was sitting behind a glass window, Jaden. I'm like, okay, I literally have to turn it off because I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I was at work for a second.
Okay.
Like I'm sitting down, like, okay, why are these wheels moving so much? Like I'm kind of going in on this rolling chair. Like I had to turn it off, like for real. I had to go to Amen because I needed to repent. It was crazy.
Okay. And bucking is like you can Wu-Tang to bucking. Like you can D-Mac to bucking.
Oh, but
like,
you can, the D-Mac, you can do all that. It's so New Jersey. The New Jersey girls stood up for this one. This was for us. Like you're welcome. You're welcome.
We won so bad.
Come on now. And then somehow
we resolve into Amen, which is really like a American Requiem reprise.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that. I was gagged. That on the
loved it.
and
then American Like I'm happy it came back
I
in,
was
and I'm like,
gagged.
this is perfect. This is also a great ending to this album. It definitely consolidates everything and lets you just kind of resolve into this moment where you're just sitting there like, am I about to hit play again? And it's like, you are.
You
Go
don't have to
ahead.
push play because it just mine will just do it for me.
Mine don't.
That's you turn that off.
Uh,
Well, and that was the catch. I mean, I don't know what else happened this week. Probably
Nope.
some stuff. I mean, if you haven't listened to the album, then this whole episode was probably going to give you nothing. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't even know what it would even be helpful. Like, if it would even do anything for you to listen to this. We're talking about songs you've never heard, which is a call for you to just go ahead and listen.
Right. You might as well. You already listened to how each song goes. We've sang each song for you. So
hear the better version.
Go listen to the versions that are mixed, mastered, and maintained.
Correct. So that was the catch. If you have listened up to this point, first of all, shout out to you because an hour 30 of somebody giving me an album review, and that's not even what this podcast is for. You're a real one through and through. Let us know your top. I'll give you 5. And because Jaden did it, we'll allow the clearance to combine songs. If you want to say Yaya / Oh Louisiana as one song, who are we to stop you? Now, what we won't do is you cannot jump over songs. You can't say Yaya / Blackbird. That is not going to work. That's not going to work. You got to do it. Got to be in order.
Okay.
Somehow we're at the end of the show. Now we're at Thank Me Later. You probably know what we're thinking. We're good. Like, come on.
The first one.
This is where Jane and I are like, oh, we're listening to this thing. LOL. We're doing this thing. You should do it too. It goes without saying, but I am going to say it. Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. I mean,
and to extension of that, Renaissance by Beyonce.
I have not gone back because
me neither.
I want that drug to stay with me. I want to stay high on that drug first before I start,
mixing drugs,
crossing. Yeah. I don't want to, but I will.
If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to know what my background is, this one's Cowboy Carter and this one's Renaissance. And they're just embracing each other.
That's sweet.
Because yeah. Now, hold on. Before we move on to the other thinking leaders, I just want to make a disclaimer. I'm not going to have this conversation with y'all about which album is better.
Oh, no.
Because I think it's a very dumb conversation. Though, even Beyonce can say which one she thinks is better, but I don't care. These albums are continuations of one another. She was the same person when she made both of these albums. And we have to keep remembering, this is not something she, like, sure, there are songs that she's made since Renaissance that have been placed on the album. Sure, whatever. But this is not a 5 years later Beyonce making a body of work. This is the same Beyonce in a 4-year period making 3 projects. And I feel like it's missing that context is placed there. Like the same person made Renaissance, made Cowboy Carter, and made Act 3. Like,
her mind.
It's crazy. And this rock album is about to go up because I need Willow.
And you know what? I don't want to get too excited, but I think you can probably expect her there. It just
there's no one
sense.
else. Like, we can get Evanescence, we can get all the other girls there. I need.
It just makes sense at this
Willow
point.
Smith. Go ahead.
I'm screaming the typing. And then the next one for me is another album. I obviously, since Cowboy Carter, have not listened to this album again. But before that, I listened to it, and I thought it was pretty fun. A nice little white girl bop album moment. In Search of the Antidote by Fletcher. It's an album. If you're going to listen to the Thank Me Laters, I suggest probably listening to Cowboy Carter last, just because after you do, you are absolutely not going to turn it off to listen to any other suggestion. I personally wouldn't. Like, I'm not listening to Cowboy Carter and then listening to some other new music that I know is not going to hit the same. So those are my Thank Me Laters. And what are yours, Jaden?
So my first Thank Me Later is, of course, Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. My second is Doechii and JT's Alter Ego track. There's also a music video. Highly recommend.
JT of JT? Like JT?
JT, yes.
I didn't get a text about that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Cowboy Carter took over everything. I couldn't even. I love the song, but I'm not talking to anybody else about anything else besides Cowboy Carter.
Correct.
I'm even at work like, so Cowboy Carter. Like,
no, literally, work is not
going
to
to excuse me. I need a Band-Aid. I'm like, baby, I'm listening to Cowboy Carter. You got to move.
Yeah, you
got to go somewhere with this. Like, Desert Eagle somewhere else.
Dosey Do over there, please.
What it do? Yeah. So then, yeah, Doechii and JT Alter Ego, great track. You will recognize the sample instantly. Especially if we reference a song in this episode that has the same sample. So I want y'all to clock that too when you get in it. I was gonna put Willow Smith's The Symptom of Life, but I've already recommended that. So I'm gonna recommend it again, actually. And then I'm also going to recommend Alone. Y'all know I love the song Alone by her, but she did a live version.
Oh, cool.
Not live version, but like she did a sit down performance with a guitar, basically. And she's doing all the kind of parts for the beautiful. Like Will Smith has trained. This is the same with My Hair Girl, but we have gone eons past that. Like Alone live is crazy to hear. So yeah, those are it, really.
I mean, that's a good song too, though. Like, we're not about to sit up here and lie like what My Hair isn't still about today.
Baby, that's why I had to give her her 10s already.
Like,
and then say she's eons past it because she was already eons in the future with My Hair.
I love
that song raised the generation.
It was a movement. It literally shifted plates. It changed lives.
It shifted wigs.
Literally. Braids on the floor. Who cares? Keep going.
So, if no one has anything else to say, we just want to thank you, Beyonce, for riding in here on your horse, laying down what all the things you needed to lay down, and then riding off into the distance. I'm so thankful for this album. I was not nervous about the album sound as much as I was nervous about the album's reception. And to see it's being received so well is just very like, I love it here. I thank you for being the artist that you are. The capitalism we can talk about another day.
And we
actually will talk about it another day because I love talking about it.
Why not?
And it's you, girl. So yeah. But this has been the Cowboy Carter episode of you know what? And Cowboy Carter is kind of growing on me. Now that the album's out, it still does not make sense with the album at all because
what?
Yaya she put it in there to make it make sense. But outside of that, I don't understand why Cowboy Carter is the name. But I can appreciate it more now that the body of work is here. And I do like saying Cowboy Carter. Because Beyonce, it'd have been hard because she has a self-titled album called Beyonce, so it's just like it'd been too hard.
No, that I don't even see how that would sonically even how we even know what we're talking about, girl.
Exactly, and I think that's also why it was changed.
Yeah, I'm glad about they changed it, but like whatever.
Cowboy Carter
it was whatever. It was that cringy potentially on that line for me. Like okay, girl.
And it is a funeral, and it's a funeral, and it's a statement to share. Me trying to read into it. Right. This has been a Cowboy Carter episode of Child. What it do? Yeah. Anyway,
that's right. You can listen to Child wherever you listen to your podcast. I'm just so excited to get off this podcast and listen to Beyonce. I'm not even lying.
No shade.
I'm sorry.
We drop 2 episodes every week. Come on.
Like, share, subscribe, rate, review on YouTube. Just do all the stuff.
Girl, stream Cowboy Carter. Instead of the antidote by Fletcher, Doechii and JT Alter Ego, Willow Smith Alone Live, The Symptom of Life, Cowboy Carter. By Beyonce. Bye.